So consider these lines as parallel, and then we have these two lines as parallel. Now I'll be naming these angles as with alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So I have 16 angles. So what do we see if I say, or I ask, what is the relation between angle A and angle B? What would you say? What do you know about them? A, that's right, the sum. The sum is 180 and they are known as adjacent angles on straight line. Adjacent angles on straight line. So name any other example other than A plus B for the same property. E and F, that's right. I and J, that's right. M and N, that's right. There are many. That's correct. That's correct. And let's move on to the next property. What can we say about A and D? They are the same. They are equal. And the name given to them is vertically opposite angles. So name a vertically opposite angle to N. That's O, correct. Name any other set which is vertically opposite. C and B, correct. Okay, so this was one of the name. This is second name. If I write A and I write E, what can you say about A and E? They are also equal. And what name do we give them? That is corresponding angles. They're named as corresponding angles. If I ask you to name a different corresponding angle for A, what would it be? That would be I only, not M. M is corresponding to E. That is obviously equal to A because A and E are equal and E and M are equal, but A and M are not known as corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are those which are just slided over a straight line. For example, we have this straight line and this, let me say this is line 1, this is line 2. Now I'm sliding line 2, keeping it parallel. So if I slide it to right, keep sliding it, these are corresponding angles. We may have equal angles with different names. So corresponding is the one we slide. If we can just clap our hands and move my hand in a way that the finger stays in line, so the angle between the thumb and the first finger are corresponding angles. Clear? So adjacent angles done, corresponding angles done, vertically opposite angles done. What were alternate angles? Alternate angles were those if we make a Z, these two are alternate. Or if we make Z in this way, these two are alternate. The line has to be parallel for it to be named as alternate. And one of the pair is C is equal to J. Can you see that? C and J. So these are alternate. Name another pair which is alternate. G and N. Correct. And if I may ask you to name alternate angle for D. D, doctor. It's not K. If I have to write that Z, you see for D, Z should look like this, and K is actually outside that. D is inside, yes, that's I. And same D, another alternate angle. So if it has to be alternate, I should write my Z on other side. So alternate to D would be, that's right. So adjacent angles vertically opposite corresponding, and alternate angles. Before I come back to this, when we have parallel lines, these two angles are known as interior angles between parallel lines, and they are supplementary. They add up to 180. For example, H plus N. When we add these two, they are 180. And what do we name them? We name them interior angles between parallel lines. And then we have a property. If we just look closely, you may see that this boundary in yellow makes a parallelogram, and opposite angle of parallelogram are equal. D is equals to M, J is equals to G.